Good morning. You caught me in the act of having a sip of my wonderful morning coffee, which sets me up for the day. Good morning, everyone. I'm Debbie A. Anderson, and welcome to Spiritual Breadcrumbs. My hair's going to be going crazy this morning because I've got the fan blowing on me because it is beautifully warm. So, Spiritual Breadcrumbs today. Who loves you, baby? Well, for any lovers of the cop shows, those old cop shows, you may remember this catchphrase by Kojak, the guy who always had a lollipop in his mouth. I think it was Telly Savalas. Anyway, and he used to say, "Who loves you, baby?" Which fits nicely in with the Rumi quote I'm going to be sharing with you today. So I have a question. Who in your life told you how extraordinary you are? I'm hopeful you heard it when you were growing up, in school, from those around you, and I hope that you still hear it now. So I'm going to open up that maybe can of worms. How many of you didn't hear it, but instead had pointed out all the flaws, the faults? You heard things like you're too fat, you're too tall, you're too short, you're too smart, you're too ugly, you're too... Hi, Helen. Thank you for joining me. So all of these things, and this is where I will cease with any further negativity in the what is wrong with you. Good morning, Jennifer. This is my beautiful go-to lady here. Oh my gosh, she is an amazing lady. So when we hear these faults or flaws or negative comments, they're very painful. And we've either all heard or said these things. And all I can say, it's very, very sad and so unnecessary. So unnecessary. So when I read this Rumi quote, I want you to reach within you and listen with all your heart. Listen with all your heart. And this is what this quote is. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. I'm going to read it again. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that have built against it. And the barriers we have built against us receiving love. I know it's painful, and I know that really, like, for some of you, it will go bang right into you, and it'll go ouch. It really stings. But in many cases, we have forgotten we are all the energy of love. That's all we are. We come here and we are the energy of love. And sometimes what we do or what we hear from others can wreak havoc with our soul. So let's take a moment to appreciate we are love. How does that feel within you when you say, I am love? We have the power to break down those barriers, those walls we may have built up around us to protect ourselves from being hurt, which has also stopped us from loving ourselves. And we can now harness recognition that each one of us, each single one of us is unique, we're different. And in all openness and honesty, I want you to identify that that is what makes each one of us so beautiful, because this shows us all that the diversity of spirit in the creation of each one of us made us a rare and exceptional being. So we should be openly loving ourselves because we are in our own perfection. And stop creating the barriers, blocking our vibrational frequency, your vibrational frequency, from self-love and denying it. I want you to go and stand in front of the mirror and say to yourself, who loves you, baby? And truly mean it. Feel it. And get back the love of you. It's not being selfish, it's being selfless. So please, today, I invite you to do that and enjoy it. So now I'm going to pull some cards. I'm not going to babble on too much more. Vibrational Energy Oracle deck. First of all, let's see. Oh, there's a card already. Ha! I like it because it's reminding us. Thank you, Spirit. Now from the Vibrational Earth Children deck. that other side of us, that inner part of us. There's the card. Oh my gosh, this card comes up so often. It is like the card. 52 cards in here, 52, and they're all different, okay? They're all different. And yet this one keeps coming up again and again and again. So I feel it's a very much in your face. Last card from the I Am Sacred affirmation deck. Whoops, let me get the cards are all slip sliding around. Let me just shuffle this and see what the card is there. All right. Oh, that's a card. All right, I have it. Excuse me a moment while I just, okay, got it. All righty. When loving self, one of the things we have to do is go within and maybe breathe deeply and just let that resonate with our soul. Let it resonate in our vibration, create that frequency. Because what happens once we do that is when we breathe deeply, as this one says here, and release out any of the pain or frustration or anger that we may still hold in, because it's only hurting us. It's not hurting anybody else. Or those words that were maybe said, the pointed finger. Oh my gosh, I used to have that when I was growing up. Oh, she's so weird. She's so strange. And it was always that little pointy finger. And initially I used to crouch down and go, please stop picking on me. Pick on somebody else. I used to say that, pick on somebody else. So now, breathe it out. I'm beautiful. I am love. I am deserving of my self-love. And I am giving it to myself. So breathe out. Breathe deeply. And this card comes up again and again and again and again and again. 52 choices. This is our inner self, our inner child, our inner soul reminding us we have a guiding star. We always have somebody there with us. See? Their spirit. That's our guides, our helpers, our ancestors. That inner voice that just says, no, you're beautiful. Yes, you're lovely. Yes, you can do it. Your guiding star. Last card from the I Am Sacred. I am sacred in the vibration that soaks up laughter and happiness. Yes, we have to change that, because when we, like sometimes when people say, oh my gosh, did he get dressed in the dark this morning? I look and I go, I don't know. And then I laugh, not with the person taking or making that other person look small or silly. I just laugh because I'm like, I don't care. That's their choice. Maybe they need to create their own uniqueness. So when we are in that situation, we can laugh it off. We can say, doesn't really matter. We don't have to play that game with the person that's pointing the finger. I always tend to, in something there, if I don't agree with the person, because then that becomes a judgment, I just said, oh, well, here's what it is. And that way we are not stepping into judgment. We are not joining them. We're not ganging up, if you like. And even if it's on a total stranger, that energy is still emanating out from us. Instead, I'm laughing at it. I'm like, so he's got green and orange and blue and yellow and he looks like a clown. But maybe that's what he wants to do today. That's okay. That's his choice. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this morning's Who Loves You, Baby. Go in that mirror, stand there and say that to yourself and really mean it. And here's the 3 cards today. I will post it on the feed later on, and I will also post the cards. And sorry for anybody watching on YouTube, I don't get to post those on there. They just get posted on my Vibrational Energy 5 Facebook page. So have a glorious day. See you back tomorrow at 9 a.m. MST. I'm Debbie A. Anderson. Have a glorious day. Vibrational blessings, everyone.